got, and Dustin DeBoer, I believe, was the one that made the contact as you see him smoking going into the pit area, the right front, with a puff of smoke coming out of that car.
Oh, we need to talk about this too, Greg. We're going to see a replay first, so if you're not watching online, we're sorry. But Dale Millard spun to the inside of turn number 2. Yeah, they sort of, the other mishap, they sort of missed their focus on Dale Millard.
Well, guys, down here in turn 2, Tim Jamieson just needs a push off. He thinks he'll be able to go. And then as far as Fabio Olivieri, nose cone tore off that one. He took it back to the pits. Now he would be able to return. I'll be surprised if he does with no nose cone, but he is eligible to make a return.
Hey,
and the other thing I just want to touch, we talked about Shot of Toddy not blending into the right spot. He's got to go back to the longest, tail of the longest line.
And that's a good call, for sure. Rich Schwarzenberg has a question for you on the broadcast. Which one of these cars will collect the $200 bonus for us weekend drivers at Sunday's Stock Car Nationals at Flamborough Speedway? So if you're not aware, there's a big race going on Sunday at Flamborough. Super stocks, mini stocks, pure stocks.
Well, Adam, they were trying to put together a deal there, and I couldn't help but jump on the bandwagon. We do a lot of advertising here. So for the best one of these cars, I mean, if I had to guess, Bobby Tolton is an asphalt guy who's been in both of these events, and I know he had talked about possibly being there. I'm not sure who else would make the trip, but I'd have to say Bobby Tolton and what they've affectionately called that 13 car the Vanilla Gorilla. Well, and I asked him what's the story behind that. It's always great, Adam, when you see the guys who parked it for a bit and came back. So I managed to catch him at the signing. I said, Bobby, thanks for coming back. We appreciate being here, but I got to know what's the story on the Vanilla Gorilla. He said when he bought the car, it was a drift car, and it was on the window, it said Vanilla Gorilla, and it was literally driven by a huge guy who called himself the Vanilla Gorilla. So
I kind of like that
that's
name.
the story on the Bobby Tolton 13. They've named the car the Vanilla Gorilla. Or kept the name, I should say.
Fabio Olivieri makes it back on the racetrack in his number 16 machine. Good to see the crew was able to get that work done.
You were called Vanilla Buble tonight, Adam.
I was trying to work that in. When I hear Gorilla, I think Gorilla Monsoon. He was great.
He had a position named after him.
And Billy Red Lions. Don't you dare miss it.
For the Canadian Nationals, I'd say Jillian Hills. I would assume she's going to run at Flamborough, will she not?
I would think so.
Good call, good call. I did forget about Jillian. I would suspect she's probably wasn't Twitchett a former Flamborough runner back in the day, so I don't know. Lots of options out there. Good luck to everybody on Sunday, but we got action going on here. Green again, off into one they go.
The field fans out down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Nick Mazzy with a great run on the inside, but look at the run on the high side for Wade Thorne and Tim DeBoer.
And they're 4 wide behind the top 3. May on the bottom. Schroeder in the middle along with LaFontese and Jamieson. Here they come off this 4th corner. The lead battle up front, though, is getting interesting. DeBoer to the inside of Thorne.
DeBoer was all but pushing Thorne down the front straightaway, peels off to the inside, down into the corner, and they'll race side by side down the backstretch.
Apologize, back there just outside of the top 5. That is Paul Longboat, not Tim Jamieson. As it's side by side for the lead, Thorne and DeBoer, Nick Massey right there. The top 3 have broken away from that TMR Racing number 9060 of Tyler LaFontese, who's 4th, and Jeremy May 5th.
Adam, just watch how DeBoer is crowding him right up to the outside. Thorne wants to get back towards the middle, but DeBoer pushing him right up on the outside.
Man, oh man, there's a couple of character bumps between 3 and 4 that are really causing these drivers some mayhem out there.
8 laps complete in this one, 7 to go. In this HRW Automotive Mini Stock feature, Tim DeBoer leads. Oh, troubles. Wade Thorne slow off of corner number 2, and he is drifting away from the top 2.
Andy Rickman got up off the racetrack. He had to just about stop to get back on the track, and you're right, Wade Thorne back to 3rd, and he's going backwards farther than that.
Here comes Jeremy May up behind him with a head of steam. He's going to have to go around the outside of Thorne, and Schroeder's in the mix as well. Something definitely wrong for the 46 as he plummets now through the running order.
Well, when you're down a cylinder in a 4-cylinder car, there's not much left, but it just looks dog slow in the straightaways, but he doesn't look to be slow in the corners.
Out in front, Tim DeBoer looking for his first career HRW Automotive Mini Stock feature win. Now troubles up in corner number 1, and the caution flag will fly another time as we've got Jeremy May, who was having a great run here tonight, coming to a rest up in the hay bales in corner 1. He'll get the car back under power with 5 laps left to go, but we'll see if he makes the right-hand turn to the pits, or the left down the bank. He'll stay going.
Did you guys see with the line he was running, almost like a sprint car, right up on the upper lip, and the same thing that can befall them, jumped up and grabbed Jeremy May and pulled that 16 right up onto the flat apron. And that's what happens when you dance with the top. Sometimes you stub your toe, boys.
Another good call for the race at Flamborough, pointed out on Facebook, Wade Thorne.
Yeah, Wade Thorne would be a good call. Word from the Tolton pit is that Bobby will not be racing at Flamborough.
Doubling up, back to the green flag next time around. 5 laps left to go here for the HRW Automotive Mini Stocks.
And for you fans, Matt Billings has taken the lead at Mohawk in the Mike Stelterone number 36. That'd be a huge win for that low-budget race team.
Matt is a super nice kid.
Yeah, fantastic kid.
Spent many a years in the small blocks, big block modifieds. Hard to believe we're calling him a kid, but he's got that much experience at such a young age for Matt Billings, and was kind of surprised to see him team up with a Stelter racing team, but would love to see him get a win.
Green flag going to come out here, and there'll be 5 laps to go. Nick Mazzi on the inside, DeBoer on the outside in that red number 9, and Mazzi with a great start.
Well, it's pay time. 5 laps left to go, and they all want to be first to the pay window. Mazzi's your leader now. Newell and DeBoer, they're second and third.
And look at Sean Iftati in that 15. After his earlier problems, he has raced up into the top 10, wedging himself, and Newell as well in the 2 car.
I really like the looks of Dusty DeBoer, too, on that outside line. The old Hut Strickland Ray Besto's paint scheme in the 23. He's up there inside the top 4 now as he works to the outside of Schroeder.
Guys, look at the 13 of Tolton. He's picking them off 2 and 3 at a time on the outside.
We got one slow on the front straightaway, creeping down the front stretch on the outside. He will try to stay out of the way.
It's Tim Jamieson. Oh, Tim DeBoer, massive problems. That car did not turn. He got on the brakes and comes to a stop in the hay bales up below the Lucas Oil and Burger Barn signs in corner 2.
Holy moly, that car just shot up.
The head of steam he had going into that corner, I thought we were going to see a Dukes of Hazzard jump over the fence.
I shouldn't laugh, but that would be awesome.
You weren't here the night we did that with a Thunderstock. Have you seen that video?
No.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Instant replay. Too bad before Spencer's time.
We'll find that.
We'll send that one to
we'll
you,
YouTube
buddy.
that one.
We're going to see a replay here, and yeah, he got loose. The back end bounced once and right up off the end of the racetrack. And folks, Matt Billings has won the Empire Super Sprints feature event at Mohawk. Jordan Poirier second, Billy Van Imwagen third, Matt Tanner fourth, Paulie Collegia Vanny rounds out the top 5.
That's an impressive win for Matt Billings in, I guess we'd call him not an underfunded team, but a lower budget team compared to some of the big names that are there. And congratulations to Matt Billings.
Well, I've known the Stelter family my whole life. Mike Stelter used to drive the 36 car for Ron Buckner, the late Ron Buckner. And now he owns the equipment. I believe he owns the equipment that Matt Billings drives. And yeah, they have always been underfunded. Big on ingenuity, not so big on finances. So Nick Mazzi in the 222 going to lead the 2 machine, who has been up and down like a toilet seat tonight, Matt Newell. Green flag is out. 3 laps to go. Nick Mazzi again with a great start.
Mazzi, the winner last year of the Art Hill Memorial, the 42-lap mini stock race, leading the way with Newell in second and Dusty DeBoer now all the way up to third. Martin Schroeder's got big-time problems on the 60.
Yeah, you know, these drivers doing a great job of looking well out in front of their windscreen to avoid these mishaps. But 2 laps to go. Newell to the inside of Massey. Massey just keeps destroying that bump in number 1. Like he doesn't care that it's there. Bobby Tolton in the 13 is off the pace. He's headed for the pits.
So is Martin Schroeder. They'll follow each other into the pit area. The white flag is out. Matt Newell, Nick Massey looking for the feature win here tonight. For Matt Newell, it would be his first if he can do it.
Massey on the outside, a little bit smoother off the corner. He leads the way by less than a car. Newell going to drive it in deep to 3 and 4. Final time through 3 and 4. It's going to be a drag race down the front stretch. Newell got a good run, but Massey going to take the win by a foot. DeBoer finishes third. Iftati with a great rebound to finish fourth, and LaFontese rounds out the top 5.
6/100ths of a second the difference between Nick Massey and Matt Newell. With Nick Massey going to Lucas Oil Products victory lane. Matt Newell comes home in second over Dusty DeBoer in third. Sean Iftati, great comeback from having to change that right rear flat tire. Good job by his pit crew. He comes back for a 4th place finish, and Tyler LaFontese completes the top 5. So we'll send it down to Lucas Oil Products victory lane and talk with the top 3. Clinton Jeffrey standing by up next. The Cool Kids Ice and Water Core Pack Merchandising Sprint Car A-Main.
And Clint, we've got a race fan who wants to know where the number 222 came from for Nick Massey.
No problem. We'll get to the bottom of that one.